months after I got out the Army without a job, homeless, living on the beach.
Okay.
You know, I'd not because I guess I didn't know what to do when I got out. You know, and I maybe part of it I wanted to try to enjoy that for a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know.
You have a lovely family now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, you do. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Things are good. Things are
nice
so
to
good
see your
compared.
wife and your kids, and
Things are so good compared to where they were, or how they've been. It's hard for me to hold jobs. I've had them in the past. I've had really good ones. I was a process engineer at Micron for a while. Um, and then I find, they do layoffs all the time. And I wasn't sure that that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life anyway. It's finding where you fit in. And that's hard for a veteran to do.
okay,
Because you belong to something that was so great, and here you go work for a civilian job where you're doing the same mundane thing every single day you go to work. And I just couldn't stand that. And so
Difficult,
I
isn't
left the company. Yeah, I left the company. Probably a mistake, but still, it's got me where I am now. Then I did all kinds of temp work, things like that, whatever I could find, and just couldn't actually.
well, you can build a hell of a better fire than I can.
That's not due to
That
any.
we figured out.
That's not due to any ranger training or anything. They don't teach you that.
You know,
That's just because I grew up fishing and hunting in the woods.
yeah. Well, that's good.
The idea was to pile up as many small sticks as I could to create those hot coals that you need.
Yeah, I tried that route too. Just didn't work for me today.
But I don't know. As far as I think I'm treated pretty good now. Either I've got myself to that point, or even having the government or the VA take care of me and actually pay me, the disability that I need, and I have an appointment. I have an appointment coming up with Social Security disability as well, and so we'll see what comes out of that, if anything, because they said I could qualify with having post-traumatic stress disorder and being diagnosed, and the federal government saying, yes, you need to be supported for this. So, if they do all that, I can't complain a bit. They've given me enough,
Yeah. Well, you gave a lot too.
Yeah, and they don't bother me to leave me alone, so that's good too. We bought a nice 2,300 square foot house, and now things are good.
Good.
VA loan to buy the house too, so
Okay.
so that's great. Wife is working, so
If you would change anything, what would it be?
I don't know. Nothing. I would do it all over again. The reason why I joined is because I loved this kind of stuff. Camping, hanging out, having good times. That's the reason why I joined the Army. It may sound stupid, and it probably was.
No, it doesn't.
It probably was a dumb idea, but I wanted to make sure that no matter what I did, I could protect and preserve this kind of lifestyle.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Because who knows if we didn't go fight these wars and we didn't stand up for ourselves and didn't put our foots down and kept letting somebody else hit us in the face. Well, you can only do that so much before you don't have a country, right? And even if it's like I don't want to get too into politics too much, but even Obama apologizing for this, apologizing for our soldiers and you taking them as prisoners and all this other stuff, and that's not how we need to be. We need to be a nation that nobody's going to mess with. Nobody's going to come and touch that door, right? We need to be that nation, and to preserve these things. And if it's a war that we need to fight from time to time, let's go fight it. Even if it's for a cause that I totally don't understand. If it's just something to say, we're fighting.
I don't want to fight over oil. I don't want to fight over.
Yeah, we don't even need to. We have enough oil in our country that we could export it and still have plenty for ourselves.
But it's those stupid little ideas that I struggle with, And again, it falls back to sometimes not knowing what to believe and what not to believe.
Yeah.
So, we'll save that one for discussion off camera.
Well, no, I stand politically as an independent.
Yeah.
One, because I don't feel as a Christian I can't associate myself with the political party.
Smart move. Thank you.
Because the Democrats decided that what they're going to do is take out God. They did this at a convention a few years ago, back before the Sanders won, and way back then. But they decided to take out God of everything that it is they do moving forward. And so once you take that out, I think, well, I don't know if I can really belong to that. I can't support a political party that has no morals. And then you look at the Republican side, and well, there's not much difference between the two, because
No.
a lot of Republicans aren't just Republican by identity.
I'm a registered independent myself because of that.
I stood.
I vote basically on the individual
Mhm.
and their individual merits.
Yeah.
You know, and what their previous, I look at their voting history. If they're new to the political arena, I look at what they have to say and how valid I think they are going to be.
I vote, I guess, mostly based off of who they're running against.
That's a good answer too, Matt. That is a good
Because there's
answer.
no way I was going to do anything to allow Hillary Clinton to take office.
And you know what? I do understand that. And I understand that a lot of people did vote for Donald Trump because there was just no way they could tolerate Clinton.
And the saddest thing is they figured she was a shoo-in and she could not even beat Donald Trump.
Yeah. Well, we'll save politics for off camera because that has a tendency to get people
Well, that's one
skewed
thing.
when it comes to stories.
But that's one thing that is big in our lives these days, because it's been pushed onto us by our media, by everything going on in the world. In the past 2 years, it's been pushed on us more than ever before. And what it's done is it's caused so much division, more division than ever before.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't take part of it.
Oh no, it's that is actually the most disgusting part of it. There's a great line in a very stupid movie. Harold and Kumar Escape Guantanamo
Okay.
Bay.
Haven't seen
Where
it, but I've seen the other one.
They're smoking pot with George Bush Jr. And he said, they were like, man, I hated you as president. He goes, you don't have to like the president. You just have to trust the process. And I think as long as we leave the process intact and it doesn't get
and not
warped,
get consumed by it.
yeah, then we can we allow the process to work the way it's supposed to. As a country, we can survive any good president, bad president, half-assed president, or anything like that.
Yeah.
As long as we allow the process to work the way it's supposed to. But I actually love that line from that stupid-ass movie. Trust what the forefathers laid out. And just follow that. But, so what kind of things are, now that you've been able to get your disability and, get a very happy life going.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what would you like to do? What kind of things would you like to do?
This.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to. It's it's not like I can just take off and go camping anytime I want to, but those times I can, I'd like to just go see things, go do stuff. And now with the disability and all this other stuff being approved, it's easier to do.
Have you ever had cases of the why me?
No.
Good.
No
When
pity
people
party.
ask me that question, you know what my answer is? Why not me? We don't get to pick and choose what happens to us.
No.
So why not me?
I volunteered for everything I did.
Yeah.
And I would do it again.
Good. That's nice.
I'm going to go get me one more of these.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pause this.
Maybe my coat.
It's important that people know.
You can still see me now that I got the camo on.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can still say, hold on, let me check. Yeah.
It doesn't make me invisible now.
It's one of those things that's important for people to be able to see, and know what's going on with somebody and things like that. So,
Somebody.
somebody. It's Yeah. Normally I have out my camera system and tripods and all that other shit, and I just didn't feel like breaking all that out tonight to do this.
Here, add your phone number
Oh, okay.
up there, I think. And that'll work.
Yeah, it's
That's a Samsung Note 9 right there.
there you go.
All right.
Yeah, keep that on over to me, 'cause that's to me, that's the thing that adds validity to it, you know?
Yeah, all they did was get my DD214.
Would you like to, now, do you think you could find some time to give back to those groups now? And
What's
talk
that?
Talk with people now about it?
I don't know. Like,
Like, maybe get involved with the Wounded Warrior Foundation?
nah. I mean, I don't think that's here's an example. I've worked for a contractor for like 6 years, off and on. It's hard to do that kind of work because you don't know when you're working, and rain and weather will stop you from doing that.
Okay.
But
I just gotta grab the lid.
yeah. But one of the guys says, they got a lot of military people working at Lowe's. You could get a job at Lowe's. I was like, why would I want to be surrounded by a bunch of military people again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, have you thought about maybe working with kids
Um,
and talking to them?
I can't do that.
Okay.
Well, actually, I do now teach a teen Sunday school class,
Okay.
and but I can't and I do teach youth group and help there. But that's a situation that's taken 6-7 years to get comfortable with before I could do it.
Okay.
So I don't have, one thing that requires is a lot of patience and realizing that they're not soldiers and you're not an instructor.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a good fit.
You struggle with it.
Yeah, I'm not a good fit for that kind of position. An example, I'll give you an example. This is not me. One of my good friends, he never served in the military. But because of me, he knows a lot about the post-traumatic stress and about the things I went through, and we talk about it a lot. And especially after about 6 to 10 beers, we talk about it even more. But because of me, he's been made aware of that.
Okay.
And he's like, sometimes it's almost like I've been through it too, you know. But we know that's never possible. He ran into a situation where there was this female, and this female was the instructor at the the gym facility with the water. I don't think it was AC or anything like that. I don't know names. Don't want to put names out there for it, even if I do know. But it was like an AC facility where it had pools, swim instructions, and all that stuff. I think something along that line. And so he's like, he's taking his 3-year-old daughter to swim classes. Common, good age to start teaching your kid how to swim.
Okay.
Right? And then next thing you know, the instructor starts yelling at the children, you know, to behave, to get it right, to get it, you know. And one kid jumps in the water when he wasn't supposed to or whatever, and then she starts going off. The kids start crying, right? And so she starts going off. And then finally she's like, you know, my friend's like, whoa, you don't need to be yelling at my kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not. I'm just trying to make it so they won't do these same mistakes again, and starts going off on him. And she's like, I served my country and fought, you know, and all this other stuff. He goes, That
explains a lot.
Yep, that is exactly why you are the way you are. Not everybody is a